G'day and welcome to another episode. My name is Daethstro, the Aussie Geek, and this is part two of Planet Crafter Selenea. So I have learned quite a lot and discovered quite a lot. So as you can see, we are 90.8% towards the water cycle. Now, I originally said that I was going to F8 report that this wasn't working. This was working. The dummery was mine. So you remember in the humble and prime planets, we had all the different steps. We had blue sky, we had rain, we had moss. It has, from barren to water cycle, is all those basically up to, I'm guessing, at least maybe lakes. I'm not 100% sure, I didn't Google it, but I've got moss over there, I've had rain. You may notice the sky's still dark because it never became blue. I've got a bit of grass here because I have my little grass grower. I've even got my water filtration. So yeah, we have made the steps together, basically. So I'm up to 1.4 million now, or whatever MTI stands for. And I just gained some tokens from some stuff I sent. But yeah, so far I haven't found any water. The ice, I don't know if I can do this before it transitions over. You can see all the green now. The ice is slowly disappearing. There's no, massive snow areas up in the north anymore. So yes, it was working. It was just very, very, very slow due to what I was doing. So I don't know exactly what the water cycle starts. I'm gonna say that's lakes, at least. But I still haven't seen any waterways. Now I have done a few modifications to my base. So I have some heaters over here. I have restricted myself to collectibles. I have some fish here, which I'll explain to you why in a minute. I have all these storage. This is the only tier, was it tier 3? I think tier 3? Yeah, tier 2 locker that I'm using. And I'll explain why in a moment. We're 0.4. I have been super restrictive to what I've been building. And there is a big reason why. There is no... Alright, I gotta rephrase this. Aluminum is not native to this moon. You cannot find it anywhere that is not a storage container or from another resource like alloy or super alloy and all that. So if you want aluminum, you have to start pulling stuff apart. So I have turned a lot of, basically my super alloy is my aluminum. That's raining. Yep. So yes, we have rain. A lot of the ice I had is melted. We have moss 97.5, so not long left to go. So there is some issues with not having aluminum. We can't make alloy, super alloy. We can't make alloy rods. There's a lot of buildings we can't currently do. Now, I will say in that that's intentional, because the idea is, of course, you're supposed to transport resources to this moon. So I can connect it to Prime or Humble and send it here. You can start on Selenea, but the best way I can describe it, going by discussions on Steam, is it's expert mode. I don't know. I know for Quillis, or how you pronounce it, they did make it so that you could build a rocket from somewhere there. I don't know about Selenea. You could probably find the parts places, but I've already got it. So I do highly recommend, if you're gonna do this, complete Humble or Prime first, because the comment I made at there we go, we just got the water cycle, and we now have a tier 2 recycling machine, which, what requires that? Explosives, Selenea, super alloy, explosives, and a circuit board. Well, I can find selenium. The explosives I can do. I have a way around doing that. But apparently we're now onto vegetation. So I'm going to have to see. What's that? Is that ice or water? That looks like water. Or is that metal? I have to go for a wander over there. Obviously gotta give myself some water too. Well, that's still ice. So I think that might be metal over here. Because I don't think that'd be water. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into it. So yes, before I said in the first episode, while I was still on Humble, that it is a very good idea to have a crystal supply. Not doable. My intention was to build the portal. I got all the resources, I had them, and the moment you try to put it down, it says there is no Rex on Selenea. So you cannot use the portal method to collect crystals. So I think if I can't get this to work, I think I will have to go back to Humble or Prime to get more resources to go back to go to Aquilus. Alright, so I did find another computer down here. Like I said, I think I said at the end of the first one, I wasn't going to... Oh, I can actually get access to this now. I wasn't going to do any more wreck deconstruction, like heaters and stuff. I felt like that was a bit of a cheat. Was it this one I hadn't done? Who would have thought? Who would have thought we'd be where we are today? Pretty sure I've read that one. There was another one. Yeah, I'm keeping to the fact that if I don't get it out of a box, I don't get it. Actually, it might be this one. I can't wait for this place to be finished. I'll be able to expand my lab and acquire new machines to conduct my experiments and better understand this magnificent planet. My recent work has given me a better understanding of geological formation, and I'm now going to focus more on the relationship between minerals and the planet's balance. So I swear, I wish they would change planets to moons, since that's what this is supposed to be, the moon update. And that just leads us back up here, which now that everything's defrosted, I can actually see if there's anything I missed out on, which I probably did. So I can deconstruct that. Computers, we have a bed, nothing in there. Around here we have a reactor, which I'm refusing to use. At least I can, for the smallest amount, actually get nuclear material. Oh yeah, we already read that one. We can get nuclear material. We can get iridium because of the rockets. So we do have that at least. Yeah, we got a Volnus plan at plant. I'm going real with my words today. I think there's anything here that was frozen. I'm about to run out of oxygen. Oh, we got some crystals in there. We got a chip that I really can't use. The worst part is I can't even use that to deconstruct anything. I can't deconstruct it into parts or anything. So yeah, this is a very difficult, whoops. This is a very difficult place to start. If you are new to the game, I highly recommend not touching this. One of my nephews who's been playing Planetcrafter over here, he's all like, oh, you know, I want to play the new update. And I'm like, you got some work to do first before you even consider playing the new update. He's still, what was he up to? I think Lakes in Prime. So, oop, I'm about to die. Now, I had planned on moving my base, but I opted not to. Alright, so we gotta make some explosives, and we gotta get some Selena. Now, there is something I've come to realize. Alright, so I usually build, you know, this little setup. I'm thinking in the future, this is going to be my setup. Because I think, honestly, it does make it easier. So, 2 explosive powder. I did also read somewhere, I think it was on the Steam, that silicon is hard. You can mine all the base materials, excluding aluminum, and silicon anywhere. So yes, silicon is not that hard. Sulfur is not that hard if you know where you're looking. I got an explosive powder in there anyway. And we'll take that. We need another explosive powder. 2 of those. I think it's 2, isn't it? I can make pink, but that's... Whoops, too far. Alright, so I'm going to... Because a lot of the tier equipment, you can't really do much with. I might try building... See if I got the resources for it. I might try building a tier 3 over one of those other locations. I'm not comfortable with... No, titanium. Cobalt. 1, 2. I am not comfortable in any form of, you know, building pink crystals and stuff. I don't even think I might not even have any. Do I have one? I got 2 alloys left. Thought I had a container for super alloy in iridium. Yeah, here it is. And I've got nothing. Ah, crap. Alright, I might just have to keep my eyes open for it. See if I can find any more, because, like I said, aluminum is not my friend right now. 1.7. I have phosphorus, but I haven't got much use for it yet. I'm just going to put that in there. There and there for the moment. I'll grab some beans. I've got water there. So let's go and have a look at... somewhere else. We'll take our buddy here. Like, I can deconstruct these solar panels and all this and all this stuff, but I just feel like that's not challenging, if that's the best way to put it. I think that just makes it a little bit easier, and makes it a little bit more basic. It makes it easier because it makes you last longer. So it takes longer before you come to the realization, oh crap, there's not enough stuff. Nothing there. Now, you may have noticed, obviously, that I have those 2 fish tanks. I don't think animals are going to be something easy. So the fish tanks are going to be my animal resources. Because I don't expect larvae at all. If larvae does show up, if larvae does show up, it's going to be a miracle. It really is. So I don't expect too much of things. Actually, while we're over here, we can tell to see if there's ice, water. Although someone did, once again in the comments, because I was trying to work out a few things in on the Steam page, use fountain for water instead of the water collector. Yeah, it is metal. There's that. There's ice. And that's metal. Now, I don't know if I can get in here. I think I've been here before. That needs 250 GI. That's going to take a while yet. So I may have to come back here. So, all, like, you can get aluminum off the random meteors, but they are rare. Yep, this is what I was looking at. This. Oh, we got a blue crate over here. Do we get lucky and get some super aluminum? Aluminum rod? Nope, we got purple and we got computer chip. I'm trying to remember what computer chips. I'll take the osmium too. Alright, what have we got? And apparently I'm getting thirsty already, so I guess we're going to the left. Find somewhere to put our little buddy here. I still haven't even built a rover station because I'm concerned about using the resources. So yeah, there's cobalt, titanium. There's actually some selenium. I mean, we need two. So I just need to make some explosives. So I don't know what the recycler is going to give us, because the normal recycler gives us everything it's made. Maybe we get a little bit extra. I'll have to build it and then just find out, but we'll go do some more exploring, because we didn't do a whole lot of that on the first one. I don't even know how many different phases we're gonna go through, but we got moss, we got some plants. Still got a bit of ice though. But yeah, if this is what Selenea is like, God, what's Aquila's gonna be like? But I still think I'd make it too easy myself by you know, deconstructing everything. Yes, you should, but okay. Quarantine active environment requirements are not met. Doors won't open until there's 1.00 PA pressure. Okay. Quite a bit of stuff in there. Besides, I'm sticking with the idea that... is that water? No, that's ice. But that might end up turning into water. Ooh, we got guns. Are they guns? They look like guns. I haven't really seen weaponry in this game before. That's a long drop and a half. See if we can find somewhere slightly... I shouldn't have done that, because that looked like something I could have probably used. Also, I won't lie, I think I've said it before, but this song just gives me Subnautica vibes. Trying to get to somewhere we can actually get some more lore or something. Now, there is osmium. I think it's over there. No, this actually... Oh, this might be all defrosted. Also, if this... I think I mentioned the first one that I was like, yeah, I don't want to go too deep. I'll get stuck. There's not really very far to go in the first place. Now we'll get our oxygen. We still got some ice. There's computer parts in there. Take that explosive power. Take that aluminum. Got quite a few nuclear reactors in here. Oh, yes, please. You're my bread and butter at this point. Today is a big day. It's the day the main rotors are activated. It took a lot of courage and effort to get here, but it was worth it. I feel like fate is giving us a little nudge to congratulate us on everything we've done to here. Has. Ooh, got some more nice crystals there. Alright, so got... Ooh, these are all storage containers. Well, those two are anyway. There's computer chips. There's a back area there. Ooh, got some osmium. Now, the thing is, once again, if you play this at the beginning without doing anything else and you're starting it from nothing, you won't have the drops that I'm having. So just be aware of that. Alright, so we got blue crystals. As you can see, it's not as deep as I thought it was. Although, partly it is a pain in the butt to get back out again. That is a big drill. Would be nice if the power kicked in enough for all this other stuff to get going. Alright, I think this is what leads us to the osmium. But yeah, as with before, everything is finite unless you can find it. So at least I found a good portion of aluminum. I'm just having to be very strategic with... There it is. There you go. There's osmium. Is it osmium? Yeah, osmium should be here. There they are. So this is all you get for the osmium fields. So once this is gone, that is it. Unless you find the resources. Ooh. I didn't notice this. I'm going to grab some oxygen first. One of these days I'm going to do it. I'm going to forget all about the rover. Is this part of the other area? I don't think it is. This might actually have been frozen in. You have a bed? Ooh, what do we have here? I'm too cold. It's the end. Selenea, I love you with all my heart. Our project was the one I've dreamed of my whole life. If the project can't survive, I don't want to live either. I would die with it. On this planet that gave me everything before taking it all away, I'm leaving for my last stroll on this beautiful moon. Yes, please keep calling it a moon, because this is what it is. It is a moon. I think I've already got that one. An exercise bike. Got a kitchen. So obviously something big happened. The cold intensifies. Everything around me is frozen. The blizzard continues to absorb all the heat from the planet. I secretly hope to find a way to reverse this process, but nothing happens. I'm assuming the blizzard is the crystals. So they somehow got this out and then it froze everything. So they kind of screwed up. Oh, well, that was something else. Alright, so now we know what went wrong. They went after the blue crystal, which is weird because we have blue crystals on both Humble and Prime. More so Prime, is it? On Prime? Yeah, because Prime has the rainbow fields, rainbow caverns. So that sounds probably more right. Alright. So they started this, they mined these crystals, they stuffed up by it basically dropping the moon's temperature. Yeah, it's a fairly big stuff up. Now, I'm not expecting much in the way of caves or anything like that, so I think we're going to be at a sort of what can we do, what can't we do sort of situation. Did we hit? I think we went to that one, didn't we? Yeah, that's the one we hit before. So we've been there. There might have been something up here. That's a ice cave. We've been there. So we've pretty much been to each of the big locations. Or the only locations. Because the wardens aren't going to be here. No one's fighting to take over the moon. I do find that it's somewhat weird that the text just keeps repeating itself, but I'll take it. I'm not too overly bothered. So now we're just going to figure out how this new recycler works. Better get some oxygen too. There we go. I picked up an oxygen capsule somewhere. So it's just a matter of trying to develop this planet and just see where we get at. Now that we know that they screwed up by drilling it, so heaven knows what the hell they did to Aquilus. Alright, there's home. I do have to eventually build the other rocket. I am concerned for the power outage output. So, good luck to me then. Alright, so what can we do? There we are, we're 4.6. I just want to... I need to make an explosive still. There we go. Actually, we'll go get my fish. Now, I grabbed a few other things as well, but fish... What, I got 2 fish? I do... No, I could swear... Unless I forgot to get 2. Because I don't expect to be able to get any other fish eggs. Now, I don't expect to actually get any more, so... I might have to blow some more credit just to get 3 sets of these fish. Alright, let's find a somewhat decent place to put this recycling container. Just so I can see how it works. That's pretty big. Of course I don't have power. Alright, so it causes heat, pressure, and energy. Well, it causes heat and pressure. Disintegrates an item every 45 seconds. Number of items extracted 9. Insert an item to break apart. Back to recycle material. What's the other one say? Standard recycler. Where are you? There it is. Breaks down components to their core components. Breaks items down into their core components. Same. I'm just trying to figure out exactly by how much. Alright, well let's see how much power I need. So I got 1 nuclear fusion reactor at the moment, so we'll build another one. Because I'm not comfortable with building one of my favorite little purples. I just need a super alloy, which I have done in there. I have 1 there. Oh, I need a nuclear. I need uranium as well. Now the beauty is oh, I do have one of these. Oh, that's right. I used this to give an increased pressure and everything, so I might do something in my luck. There we go. So it causes heat and pressure 500%. Is that because of what I've got up on the roof? Yes. Because I've got these multipliers, so at least it's doing something. Terraformation is going up very slow. Disintegrates an item every 45 seconds. Number of items extracted 9. I don't expect that to turn into anything. Alright, I'm going to try an iridium rod just to see if it does anything, because it is meant to be a recycler. Creates disintegrates items every 45 seconds. Okay. Alright, so that made me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, that doesn't... The heat boost and the pressure boost is nice, but that's about all. 265k. What are these putting out? 21,000... Is it 17? 17 pressure and 0.25 heat. 235 pressure and 625 heat. That might be a decent replacement. Heat 142. So it is at least giving us a good push in heat. I think that got destroyed my iron if I didn't pick it out of there. So it's a nice boost to heat and it's a nice boost to pressure, but that's about it. Make sure all my messages are ticked, all the ones we just collected. So as you can see, I have 4 heat rockets, 4 magnetic rockets. I've not been willing to put anything else up, but I might... Look at this, 1400, 1500. Oh, that's right. I was going to see if I could put frogs in the water. Do I want to get another a BC? What do I might just stick with both of those, but I am going to get another 3 of these just in case. 1, 2, 3. 12,000. Off you go. Either I forgot it or I didn't get that fountain that I thought I'd gotten. Alright, I just want to see if I can actually drop frogs in here. I don't expect it. Nope. 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 Well, it's worth a try. I don't know how I'm going to use the frogs now. Well, I suppose use them how you normally use them. Thing is, I can't do common larvae, so I don't think I'm going to be able to use that for what I was thinking of it. And in doing so, I can't make outdoor farms or beehives. Jeez. So I might put 3 fish in there, so at least that gives me animals. Where did I put the other one? What, I had another one. Biomass screen. Or did I build it? I don't think I did. I did build my satellite here. So we have tier 2 rockets unlocked. We have the tier 2 magnetic rocket, the tier 2 insect rocket, and I'd gotten the backpack already. What we want? Silicon. Take that. And we'll put it here. Wrong way around. Alright, so we got 2 kilos of plants, and we have almost 8 kilos of animals. God knows how this is going to work. Like, admittedly, I've got all these plants here, but I'm not willing to use enough resources, especially that super alloy to drop them. So I don't know how I feel about that, because I've got tier 3s, tier 2s. We can't even use the eco farm because I can't get larvae. So hopefully we get some larvae at some point. Fertilizer, 2 super alloy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 plants. Oh, because that's just a grass spreader. Let's make sure I have some more food in here. So I've been collecting these simply because I want to turn them into... Actually, this is probably a bit more convenient for doing this. Oops, I don't want you to disintegrate my car. Put that iridium rod back where it was. I'll get rid of these. Alright, so we need another water. We need... we got a tier 3 there. Wait, what? Oh! Of course! Of course, of course, of course, of course! The tier 1 animal food gives me common larvae. Oh, yes, I just gotta get the rest of the ecosystem working, and then I can get larvae. That's rare. Oh, I might be under something. Tier 2 mutagen, do I have any? There won't be anything in there. Tier 2 mutagen, Tier 2 mutagen. Oh, how do we make Tier 2 mutagen? Tier 2 mutagen. Might have to go get some resources. Do I want to just... Actually, we'll drop... I want to say that rare larvae is made from... No, that gives me 4, but I'll take it. So that should give me a tier 2. And they split off. Alright, I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to let this recycle. If anything interesting happens, I'll be back. So I got bored of that and I started messing around with other things. Now, to get a tier 2, I need to use a common larvae, honey, and mutagen. So I'm going to use one of those, which has got rid of my common. And I should have... I have enough of everything to build a bug pen, a ecosystem. So I hope Trying to figure out which way it goes. It's this way. Oh, I knew that was going to do that. Of course it was. How much power have we lost? 2,000. Time for another nuclear reactor if I have enough. I should have. Because I'm going to end up building a second one of these if it'll let me. There it is. So 3 uranium. 1, 2, 3. I have a super alloy and 3 water. 1, 2, 3. So I want to build it about here so it gets the benefit of that booster. I am considering eventually putting 3 pinks in here just to give it even more of a boost. Alright, so now that's going to start making us bugs. Alright, so I'll make another tier 2. I need a mutagen, which that comes from that. Like I said, I'm going to keep using this just for its heat and that, but that's about it. I'm too impatient to use it any other way. Alright, so that's a tier 3. Alright, that should... Sandstorm or standard meteor shower? It looks like a meteor shower. Maybe not. Also, that's the only time that sky turns colors. Well, that one's because I've got a bit of honey. God, I could hopefully make some bees out of that. Oh god, what was I thinking? Oh, what was I gonna do? I know what I was gonna do, I just can't remember what the recipe was. 2 water. Mutagen. The tier 3, that's what I want. So we grab the tier 3. Put that in there. That'll give us a bit of bacteria. And some sulfur and some nitrogen. We need a common, which we get from the animal food. So put that in there. Take that. That gives us a common and a some more goodies. We grab some water. Hope that we don't run out of power again. Where are you? Apparently we can't put it there, so we'll put it. For the love of God. Alright, I'm gonna grab the 2 pinks that I think I still have. 1, 2. I'm gonna take out the pressure and the heat boost. Take the oxygen. There. Is that enough? Yep. So I took the oxygen out. That's right then. That can go in there. If I can find a way to come up with another of the boosters, I'll build one. But right now, that's not looking like a choice. Alright. Ooh, we have bee, we have rare larvae. Oh, thank heavens. So that'll give us a boost in our animals. Where are we at? 10.38. Alright, so we have some progression. Some being the obvious word. Now we can do our amphibians. We can do our outdoor farms. So that'll give us plants. That'll give us animals. Still can't do some of this stuff, like teleporter is out of the question. You have to find obsidian in places. I'm not even considering the tier 5 heaters or the tier 5 drills at this point, because That alloy is far too expensive to me right now. At least we can start getting animals up, so we're starting to get some nice bit of boosting. I'll take those. I'm just thinking over and over at this point. Plankton, tier 4 mutagen, tier 4 mutagen turns into 3. So as long as I can keep getting some decent rare larvae and get down to mutagen, I can get to bacteria. Which of course then I can use bacteria to make for the alloys, algae, which then gives us fertilizer. So right now those bugs are super important in so many ways. Oh, we got another. Oh, the beauty is we can also use them for other bugs too. I was using this for collecting, but once again, that's all too expensive resources. So yeah, exciting. I'm happy. I've come up with some nice, hopefully decent solutions for the most part, because I really want some farms so I can get rid of these. So I don't think farms, outdoor farm, I can handle losing one super alloy for a farm just to keep my food going. So I guess we'll leave that there and we'll see how we go getting up to vegetation. Oh, that reminds me. Oh, it's raining again. That's nice. I'll probably end up getting rid of that. If only aluminum had a base resource I could somehow craft. At least now I've got some food, I got some plankton, I got some nice goodies, so I'm really happy about that. Let's see if my ship did come back. So we'll grab our eggs. I suppose we could build a tier 2 aquarium, but I don't know at this point. We'll see what happens. So we'll put that in there. I don't know if I want to go the expensive route and just make try doing random animals. I don't know, we'll say. I'm still deciding whether or not to leave this here or just go somewhere else, but we'll see what happens. So let's have a quick look on the, not that one. All right, so we're at 156, whatever that is. The next one is the energy upgrade. So we're at 308 for here and 7 for humble, 64 for prime. And of course we have Aquilus yet to go to. So what's that? Is it, so it's the moons of prime. It's not the moons of humble. Because humble's all the way over here. So maybe eventually we'll get humble moons, but right now it's just these two. Honestly, they do need to add it to the clear sky, if we get sky. I still do think they need to rename everything they'll put planet as moon. So there we go. So if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give me a thumbs down. I promise you it will not hurt my feelings. Subscribe, ring that bell, leave me a comment. Apart from that, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later.